So let me just go back and say thanks, Julia, for making the flyers, designing stuff, Martine for translating to Spanish, Pascal for printing and paying for a lot of that, and Ashton for showing up on a regular basis and just contributing so much enthusiasm from his middle school standpoint, and Dulce for bringing her Fierce Advocates groups, Camille for showing up and just being a support logistically at the events a lot, Jessica for so much that you've done over the past 5 months that we've been building this group, and before that you brought so much experience and knowledge of the district. Who do you thank you for coming today? So I'm just really grateful today for all that's been done unintentionally since February when we first started coming together. And I know that I'm like, this group is on the backs of a lot that's already been done. Jessica, Jenny, Jen, a lot of folks have done a lot of work for many years. And it's been exciting to see some of the tangible results. Some that I'm aware of are special ed conversation going on with Maya and some other folks where they're talking with the district officials and getting some information about and influencing what's going to happen next year positively. And they're getting their conversations happening in our platform, and it's just really helpful to see them talking about it here. So I think this platform is supporting folks having those conversations, and those folks are making a difference. We had a lot of folks turn out at the May 12th board meeting. First board meeting was like 3 people, then we had like 15 at the second one, and we had over 120 or something like that at the last one. So yay for everybody. Dulce for bringing her crew, folks from out of the school district, out of the school, El Cerrito school, and other parts of the district. Just really great to have a lot of folks show up. And so I think we've done a good job bringing people out for events, and that's really one of the key things that I think we can do to mobilize people to know what's important or find out what's important to them or just bring the information to them. So yay, team. Good job. And just on
Awesome leadership.
Thank you. Thanks. On my mind is June 10th, the last day of school. I would love to continue our momentum next year. I think it's been demonstrably useful. I think I'll explain why I think this, but we've built trust with the parents, teachers, the union, the district, and the board. And I think that's really an important thing to acknowledge and to use for the benefit of our students. So let's continue in the fall, I think. And to do that, we got like 2 weeks now before the end of the year when people are still present. I'm thinking about what events I'm going to go to with flyers to talk to parents. I went to the dance last night, which was amazing. Congratulations, Jessica, on your daughter, Allison, graduating and finishing dance. And I went to Keith Johnson's whole team of great musicians who are incredibly talented at the El Cerrito Community Center last night. Saw them perform. And I passed out flyers at both events, and parents are generally really like curious and grateful. So I invite any of you to listening to this on recording or you guys here to take some flyers and think about what events you're going to be at. So maybe some thoughts about that. What we can do before end of school year to solidify and engage people. Any ideas?
What other events are going on?
I'm not sure. There's graduation, of course.
Yeah. I mean, like sports events. I know, like right now there's a mountain biking thing, but it may be with other schools and such that are not in our district. So it's not as I don't know, realistic to pass out flyers maybe to people who may not be.
I went to the track and field thing, and that was El Cerrito High and also a Berkeley school. So
yeah, which makes no sense to give it to them. So
right. I'm looking at the calendar right now. West Contra Costa. Can anybody else look around at the calendar for things that might spark some interest?
Well, I'm on my phone. I'm going to have to be off camera for a second. Um,
June, May.
Let's see.
I'm on the school agenda calendar thing. It's not very useful.
Yeah, I'm on the school calendar.
there is on
There's a
Wednesday,
band.
May,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, on Wednesday, May 21st, there is a Cameron Elementary School open house. I don't know if that's
Okay.
a good place to go. I mean, it's granted, it's like TK, I think. It's special needs, it's early intervention at
Mm,
Cameron Elementary School, but it is getting people in at the,
yeah.
and sometimes weekdays are difficult, but I don't know.
And it is, I think, really a goal of everyone who comes to these meetings of like spreading out beyond who we know already. There's a lot of El Cerrito
Mm.
folks, a lot of,
Yeah, and Cameron is a lot. It's not just El Cerrito, it's everybody.
yeah, we'd love to bring in the whole district. So I do try and make it up to Pinole Valley for events up there.
Mm.
Um, so keep looking just for another minute.
It looks
So
like
there's
else. Oh,
a band concert Wednesday night for like elementary and Korematsu, I think.
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it's in the gym. It says EC Area Band Festival at El Cerrito High Gym at 6 p.m.
At the El
and
Cerrito High Gym?
at the El Cerrito High Gym on Wednesday night at 6. And it says EC Area Band Festival.
Good.
yeah, so that's like the bands from the elementary schools. Um,
Right.
Yeah, back in February,
In
one
Korematsu.
of the first things we did, district.
And then in February on sorry, and then June May 30th on Friday, there's an end of year band concert at 7 p.m.
For El Cerrito or what?
I think I'm assuming it's El Cerrito. I'm on the El Cerrito calendar, so I'm presuming it's El Cerrito High.
7 p.m. band.
Yeah, end of year band concert.
Korematsu also has a PTA meeting on the 21st.
Okay.
I don't know if that would be something to do to reach out to the PTAs of different schools.
Yeah.
And maybe as a group next year, we could go and talk to each PTA meeting.
What day?
Or, well, currently, right now, I'm looking, it says Korematsu. No, sorry. This is not,
One month.
it's not the right Korematsu. It's a different Korematsu school. I don't know where it
Somewhere
is
else.
though. Somewhere else.
But yes,
My bad.
we have a list of all the PTA contacts that you and Prepec and Julia and Jennifer
Yeah.
know, and we've done some reach out, but I don't have any contact with them. I would love to do that.
I know somebody that might know. Actually, it's Ted Lamb.
Yeah.
I think that's his name, who's the
I mean,
contact.
I am in touch with Ted.
Yeah,
It's really a question, I think, like you said, of having people go to those meetings and just explain why, they might want to connect with
yeah. I mean,
other PTAs around the district and parents and teachers
right.
both.
I mean, from my experience in past meetings, not a lot of people go to these board meetings. I mean, sometimes to the
PTA
point
meetings
of them not even having quorum to be able to vote.
for PTA.
Yep. Um, and I don't know, it's a thought that I had, but I really don't know how uh
Well, just to say
yeah.
like I have no desire to be like another PTA organization or have an official.
No, exactly.
We're just trying to network folks and make sure when the board meetings happen at the district level, they all know about it together and we all show up in solidarity and
Right.
common understanding of the facts.
I guess what I was getting at, we can let these PTAs know about us if they don't already, and then they can share it
Yeah.
within their school. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think meeting folks from the group who are already embedded in the community is it's a great way to do it, rather than just an email. I think they've already all got emails
Yeah.
from different folks, so the more we can show up to those, I just treat it as like when the band's happening and I want to go, I bring flyers. When the dance is happening, I want to go, I bring flyers. So when PTA is going on and we want to attend, we bring flyers. I think
Mhm.
that's useful. So PTA,
Yeah.
no known dates coming up.
For any schools or for,
I think we'll need to look into that
yeah.
this week. Maybe end of the school year is not so common for them.
Yeah.
Any other events that you see on the internet for WCC?
It's pretty general. Mhm.
I will share
That's my friend's phone.
I'll share the district, I mean the list of PTA that we have going on so you can all see it. Yeah.
There's something on Wednesday called Area Festival at Korematsu, but I don't know what that is.
Area Festival?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I have no
Wait,
idea.
that's the area band festival at ECHS is Wednesday.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It just
What I
says
just
Area
did.
Festival
Oh.
on the calendar itself.
I'm
That's weird.
looking for this document.
And then on the 4th, there's a Pops concert. But again, I don't know information about that.
Fourth, where?
June 4th at Korematsu. But it's like it's on korematsumiddleschool.org.
Put that in the chat.
Just screenshot it. Oops, I turned you guys off.
Where's that
I-
list?
At Kennedy, they have a freshman preview night on May 21st as well.
Wow.
Or what's that? What it's worth.
Yeah. Can you put that link or screenshot in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, let me see. I'm on my phone, but I can chat it. Let's see. Can I chat here?
But without concrete description of what these events are, I don't really know
Yeah.
how to
It can be hard to
decipher.
know.
Yeah.
I can do some background, some research, I think. It's not crucial that we do everything, but
Yeah.
I think it can be good to stay committed until the end of the school year, because then it just gets so quiet.
Yeah.
The list of folks, WCC, PTA. Here we go. Here's the document that we started last couple of months around tracking who knows who. Chat. Okay, so you can take a look in that document
There's not much there.
in the doc I just sent.
I mean, I only see like 6 things listed.
The spreadsheet.
Yeah.
There's like,
Oh, I see a ton of stuff listed, but I
yeah,
don't know. Yeah.
down to line 20, 27, no, 30.
That's weird. Mine only goes through line
You're on
7.
it goes through line beyond 60, 58.
That is weird.
There's stuff like some stores, middle school PTAs, some
Hmm.
like officials from El Cerrito,
I'm
Mountain
not
Bike
seeing
Trail.
any of that. That's so strange. It's not what came in through my link.
Mm. Mm.
Very weird.
That is
Set it
weird.
out again later. Are you on the
Yeah.
one? What do you see?
I will share a screenshot of what I see at the very
DNA?
top. It says, it just says media, I guess name or
Yeah,
something.
if you're on the
And then,
last tab, the first tab is the one with all the information, most of it. I think your phone is just having trouble seeing all the tabs.
yeah, maybe. All
You're
right.
actually on here. You put your name on here a few times.
I put my name on there for El Cerrito Wire with Betty Buginit. No, I didn't do that. But
Back in the day.
yeah, I did it with something else.
I think we can keep it to half an hour today
Yeah.
to make sure to respect everybody's time and we don't have a whole
Sure.
lot more to do. Um,
Sure.
if you have any other stuff that comes up, send it my way. I'll compile it. Keep
Okay.
looking. And I wanted to just give us a quick story about what happened this week, where my head is around the next thing. I've got an email I'll send out soon. I was going to send it today, but it aired out and I decided to hold off. So questions are always like, how effective are we being, right? But I went to the board meeting on Wednesday after town hall on Monday. Town hall was, some contentiousness around it, issues like the radio station and the MOUs. We tried to I think there was some helpful. There's my washing machine. Some helpful healing around. Um,
I
pot.
don't hear it.
Oh, good. Information coming out around the teachers and district are now on the same page. Some honest sharing. I think that was good. What happened on Wednesday was really positive. I went to I shared a little bit more. What's the word? Congenially about what I see as missed communication chances and wanting to be on the same page. And then at the end of the night, the last thing they covered was Measure T. Measure T is a parcel tax that's going to get expired in 2027, and they're going to need to renew it. And President Reckler was like, we know we don't have the trust within the community to really push this ourselves, and we need folks in the community who believe in what we're doing to step up if there's anybody out there. And I did raise my hand and say I would take it to this group. We're good at motivating people to show up for the students. This is a long-term, year-long project around a ballot measure that will come out next year, most likely. So there's a lot of mixed opinion from different people I've talked to, teachers and parents, and the union all feel mixed about like the lack of transparency in the past number of years from the district, and how much we want to really fight for new money for them, for us, but through them, for their priorities. So there's some healing that I think needs to happen, and that's really why I'm doing this. To bring about a repair, in our community, and rather than just diving into fixing a particular measure or MOU, I'm really interested in the long-term communication process that we have and people really being on the same page. So I do know that President Reckler was very enthusiastic when we offered, to consider helping. She said, "Fantastic." So there's some trust there, some trust with the district. I've had conversations with Dr. Johnson and with the Dr. Rachel, communications director, and they're very congenial and understanding of each other. And then the teachers, you all have been, parents also have been very part of this group. Teachers at my school and the union at my school and Kennedy, I know folks there. So there's a lot of buy-in from different angles, and I think we have a chance to use that for the betterment of our whole community. That's the vision I have for next year. And over the summer, I'm going to think about, with your help, is there a way we can support this measure, or what other direction do we want to go?
Do we know the time frame, or that's probably something we should have figured out, like in terms of like by when you have to have the information for a measure, and do we need to get a bunch of signatures for the ballot measure? Like, I'm not sure
Yeah, I can speak
where
to
those
that.
deadlines are and how many we need or how that works.
The way it works with this measure is that we don't need ballot signatures at all. The district handles the paperwork. They have to vote on it. The school board, to pass it. So it's they're going to do that. They're going to write the ballot measure. I think that it's important. I don't know how realistic this is, but I'm going to advocate for improving the measure, not just renewing it.
Mm-hmm.
Renewing it, it's been renewed since 2004, and the last one time was in 2016. So I see a chance to, if we just try and pass it again, there might be some exhaustion from voters and say, we don't want to come out to vote. We don't want to extend our parcel tax. You're not spending the money well. But there's a chance to make it not just a flat tax, but one that's progressive and doesn't hurt working families as much, helps, support working families. So, how can we improve it? How can we make it exciting for the community? And working with the district on that would be a challenge, I think, because they have probably their agenda for what they think is right to do. But that's what we've been sort of dealing with. It's like, how do we inject creativity into the process? And so the ballot measure likely could come on June 2nd next year, 2026. The district would have to get it on the ballot by January. So my imagination is this summer, we'd really think about how to engage this. Our role as a group would be to just network and advocate for the kind of measure we want, I think is a part of it. And then turn people out to town halls and ultimately to voting, board meetings. That's what we do. And continue networking north, to schools that we haven't really had that many people from. So we can talk more about that as the information I can share more by email. Any other?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you by any chance at the town hall meeting at Oswego High the other night, did you or did anybody get contact with those women who were holding those big posters and so on, because
Yeah,
they were exactly saying what we are saying, like we want better communication. How can we communicate with you? How can, you know,
yeah,
and because I think I don't know what school they were from, but they were all Spanish speaking. And my, I, my thought, I know that when I was involved with Conscious Kitchen a long time ago in Madeira, which started this whole food fresh prep, for West Contra Costa, food being made in the kitchens instead of just being brought in and packaged and sent out to the schools. Um, Perry's elementary school was really involved with that. And like I would say 98% of their kids are or families are Spanish speaking and involving them because they do work really well together.
they'll say
And they
from Fierce Advocates is the coordinator for that group of folks.
okay,
She's been very involved with us as well. So
okay.
Dulce,
Oh,
Fierce
that's
Advocates.
Dulce. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got
Um,
it.
so we should continue reaching out through her
Yeah,
community. I also don't
yeah,
want to forget, I think I forgot earlier, Sweetpeck, who's been dealing with some personal, she's been busy, sorry at the band thing last night, but she's been very busy.
yeah,
Done a huge amount of work with this group. So thank you, Sweetpeck, so
yeah,
much. And we miss you.
yeah. She also had hand surgery and it's
Uh,
not healing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, well, that's great. I don't want to keep it, folks, any longer.
Okay.
Keep a look at, I've got a detailed email about the ballot measure that I'll send probably tonight. I want to make sure my research is good on it. I don't want to suggest anything that's obviously false or not possible. But it feels pretty exciting to me to continue building it. Sort of this came to us, right? The board asked for help, knowing that what we can do is bring people together in trust, and that's what I want to do. Now I know that there might be some reasons why people don't trust what's going to go on with the board or the district, and this has been tried before. Folks like Jessica and Jen and Sweetback have been doing this work a long time. I don't know about the rest of you, Hootie and Camille, but I'm fairly new, so I don't want to assume what we can do is possible. But I'm gonna hope that we can. This opportunity feels like maybe the next step for next year. So we'll keep.
That's why I think involving the PTAs with our group is a good thing because that's what the PTA is there for. They are the advocacy groups for the schools. And in addition, we can involve maybe the not just the site, the school, but we can involve the district PTA. I
There as
can't
well.
remember the term for it, but the like each school has their PTA, and then all the PTAs in West Contra Costa are part of a district PTA, and then the district is part of the county PTA, and then the county is part of the state. So it gets big, smaller and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and just involving it a little bigger so that they can send out information to the members because I'm sure they have a list of all the members that are part of the PTA that have paid their dues, and information can be sent out, and maybe that would be another marketing tool for us to be able to use. I'm not sure.
Okay. I've got to jump off. My wife needs me. She's
Yeah.
traveling. But
Okay.
PTA is, I think, a big focus of next year as well.
Yeah. All
So thank you
right.
for
Thanks,
showing up
Guy.
so much. And good luck at the end of the year.
You too.
Thanks, everybody.
Graduation.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.